I wanted to talk about something that just happened today for us, or yesterday for the listener, unless they're Patreon supporters, which, by the way, you can jump on and get extra bonus episodes. Jordan Shanks' producer has been arrested by the Fixated Persons Unit, which is an anti-terror unit of the police force, for the reporting that they've done on John Baralaro. I feel really strongly about this because I also do videos that are critical of important people, and I do a lot of political satire as well. Not to the extent and investigative extent that Jordan does, but I think that it's crazy, and seeing it made me really angry. There's actually a legal fund that is up at the moment that you can donate to. I've put in $100 of my own dollars, and I've also put in $1,000 of Keelan's money into that. And I think it's really important. It's a legal fund to help Christo, who's Jordan Shanks' producer, fight the case against him. It's should we recap what it's about? What are you looking up here?
I was just looking up that out of the top 20 trending things in Australia, 3 of them are related to Jordan.
Man, it's for someone who clearly wants Jordan to go away and all of this scrutiny to go away. John Baralaro is making it so much worse for himself. I support John's right to sue Friendly Jordies. I think it's kind of bullshit, and I hope that he loses the case. But I think that is suing someone for defamation. If you truly think what they have said is wrong and false, go for it. That's your right to do. I don't think that he will win, and I hope he doesn't win, but I celebrate his right to sue someone. If someone said some things that I thought were really false and damaging against me, it would be my right to sue them. Where I think John oversteps the boundaries is using an anti-terror squad, seemingly, allegedly, or apparently, getting this Fixated Persons Unit to go to the house. That's like you getting arrested because of some shit that I've said.
Yeah.
I think it's real intimidation tactics, and also a really scary thing against journalism, because whether or not you like what Friendly Jordies does, whether you like his methods, he is a journalist. He doesn't work for ABC or the Herald Sun, but he is, at the end of the day, a journalist. He creates news content and investigates things and reports on the news and politicians and politics. It's journalism. So for a politician to call a Fixated Persons Unit on someone, I think it's just intimidation and really scary. And what's to stop them doing it to any random ABC journalist that follows after them? Because what Christo did was he only approached John twice in person. Yep. Both of them were with cameras asking about a story that was in the news currently. It wasn't like him being stalked or harassed or outside his house or anything. They were both in public places. The first one was at an actual public announced event.
Yeah. He's been charged with stalking. I don't think you mentioned that.
Yes, he's been charged with stalking.
And then Jordan's been charged with defamation. Oh, no, not charged yet.
He's been sued.
Sued for defamation, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jordan's lawyer, the lawyer they've gotten to defend Christo, also believes that Jordan may be charged. I would imagine that if Christo is, the next step is Jordan. Yes. But man, approaching a public politician twice with questions as a journalist, whether or not you work for a big media company or not, for you to get hit by the Fixated Persons Unit is fucking crazy. If you don't know, the Fixated Persons Unit is not supposed to be used for this, at least in my interpretation of it. They were founded after the Lint siege, after the terror attack. So they're supposed to stop terrorists, like the guy that killed JFK. That would be who the Fixated Person Unit would be designed to stop, not some employee of a YouTuber who is making videos. Defend that in court, in defamation, or refute the claims publicly as a public figure and a politician. To wield your power like that, I think, is really scary.
I could be wrong, but I think it was actually set up after 9/11. Because last night I was watching a VHS tape of... which is pretty funny, but it was a recording of Channel 10 News in 2001.
Oh, right.
And it went into this whole thing about how they were setting up an anti-terrorism organization.
Oh, okay. I read it was after the Lint siege.
Oh, I could be misinterpreting what I...
But, I mean, it's the same shit. It's an anti-terror thing, not an anti-journalist thing. I think that... Because, say this case sets a precedent. Say Christo loses the case, goes to prison. It sets a precedent. The Chaser have been doing this style of comedic journalism-esque type stuff for ages where they run up on a politician. That's literally what Jordan and Christo did, where he dressed up as Luigi and created a comedy skit in person with John about a current news story. That's what the Chaser have been doing for years. I mean, this would be a current affair, do this type of shit all the time where they run up on people, they find out where they'll be, they'll run up on them, they'll ask questions. The Herald Sun does this. Every single type of journalism institution has done this. I think that because Jordan is a YouTuber or an independent, they're just trying to intimidate him and outspend him, which John can obviously do as a very wealthy person. So I just thought it'd be important to talk about it. I think it's bullshit, and I hope that Christo gets out of this. Another thing that's really interesting is his bail conditions.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Which are fucking crazy, right? Because keep in mind, John Baralaro, what's his official position? He's a politician.
Deputy Premier of New South Wales.
Yeah, so really important in New South Wales where Christo lives, right? So one of the conditions is he's not allowed to have any images or caricatures of John on his phone or his technology, on his laptop, anything like that.
Yeah, I've got the...
Yeah, read them out.
I just got to find them 1 sec. Here we go. You have it read.
Okay. So there's 3 main ones. He's not allowed to approach or contact John unless it's through a lawyer. Okay, fair enough. I don't have any issue with that bail condition, whatever. Go within any 200 meters of anywhere John lives or works, whatever, cool. Possess or share images or caricatures of the protected persons. I think that's a little bit unreasonable considering he's the deputy... What is he?
Deputy Premier.
The Deputy Premier of the state that Christo lives in. I also read he's not allowed to publicly discuss him.
Or make any content related to making fun of him.
Yes. Which is crazy. That's like literally hitting him with a gag order. Yeah. You couldn't do that to a journalist like that worked for a big... You wouldn't be able to do that. They're doing it to him because he's an independent YouTuber journalist. I don't know. I think that's crazy. Like for a premier, for the police to say, "Hey, you're not allowed to talk about someone who represents where you live."
Yes.
Like that's some totalitarian shit. Like, hey, you're not allowed to talk about the Prime Minister ever.
Or even working on a video that Jordan's working on.
Yeah.
As well, which I think is the most insane thing.
Well, that is like imagine if he worked at the ABC.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't be able to go to work if the ABC were doing a story about one of the biggest politicians in the country.
Yeah, so Jordan had to put in like the description and his tweet to say that the only explicitly say who was working on the video.
Yeah.
That Christo wasn't a part of it at all.
Yeah. Man, when I saw this happening, I just imagined if that was you. Like that's essentially what has happened is imagine if Keelan got arrested because of the videos that I made with him. I would feel so fucking guilty. Like Christo's his own man and I'm sure he's not angry at Jordan. But I would feel so fucking guilty. Like, oops. Like, the Marxism video you and we made that together.
Yep.
Imagine if that shit just got you arrested and didn't get me arrested. If we got arrested together, great. We're in it. It's the boys. Let's see if we win. But if it was just you, I'd be like, fuck, I hope this fundraiser goes well.
Similar to what Andrew Hansen was saying when all those cameramen got arrested during the Bin Laden sketch.
Yeah, that's true. During APEC, I didn't think of that. That's what we talked about with Andrew Hansen on his episode. A great listen, if you haven't seen it yet, is when they did APEC, it wasn't just them who got arrested. It was the camera guy and the producer and the editor and like people that weren't even there on that day. Like the intern who was interning for high school and got everyone coffee that morning. I think they executed that kid. Check out the links in the description and check out Jordan's video. Spread the word. I think it's a really important case for free speech. Whether or not you like Jordan or his takes on the liberals, the liberal government, or anything else that he's done, I think it's now that stuff is now beside the point. I care a lot about it, so I might even make a video about it as well. So check that out. And best of luck to Christo. I hope Jordan doesn't get arrested next.
Yeah, next video will be filmed by like their intern.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, if say Jordan goes, I guess it'll be just their random editor. If you need a presenter, guys, I'll happily present one of the videos. But then what happens when I get arrested?
I take over.
Maybe you know what? Maybe it'll be like all those movie scenes where where everyone stands up and goes, "I am friendly Geordies. I am friendly Geordies." Maybe it'll be that where they'll just start releasing scripts and anyone can film a friendly Geordies video.
That's actually a really good idea for a montage.
Yeah. That would be good. You make one video with one script, but it's like 30 different people.
Yeah.
Some of them are filmed terribly on a webcam. One of them might be me. Another one might be just someone accosting John Baralaro outside his house.
What if it was John Baralaro?
Yeah,
just
that would be good. A deep fake. That's how they do it. That's the next video is when Jordan gets arrested and then the editor gets arrested. The guy who writes the scripts has to learn how to make a deep fake, and John Baralaro runs the Friendly Geordies YouTube account forever.
You're giving away too many good ideas.